Hey guys, welcome back to the Right Nurse. In this video, I will be discussing the top 5 nursing school myths that I have heard, that we have, I'm sure, all heard. If you want to know what those top 5 myths are, please continue watching. Alright guys, I'm just going to jump straight into the list. It's not in no particular order. I'm just going to start with the first one that comes to my head, which is there is a waiting list to get in. I don't know about you guys, but I have heard this from everyone and their mother, honestly. From people who are either interested in nursing school, taking the prereqs to get into the program, or just people in general in my area that knows about the school that I attend and their nursing program. Honestly, it is really competitive to get into the program that I'm in. However, there is no waiting list. Now, I will say I was blessed enough that I was accepted in on my first try. But, however, there's no long waiting list. That is a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's no waiting list. Honestly, depending on your program, like the way mine is set up is based off of ranking. So you get points on how well you do on the T's, how well you do on A and P, also how well you do in this math for nurses, and you get 2 points for just being a resident of the state. So, I mean, granted, an A, of course, is worth higher points, and then the B, and the C, and then that's it. But honestly, there's no waiting list. Like, that was the biggest thing. Like, even when I was taking the prereqs, it was really discouraging because I would hear students who applied to the program, but they weren't accepted. People who applied maybe like 2 or 3 times, and they weren't accepted. But then I started hearing stories like, oh, I was accepted on my first time, and blah, 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 blah. So, honestly, you guys, don't listen to the hype. Just do your best, do what you need to do, and apply to the program that you want to get into. The whole waiting list, and it takes years for people to get in. Now, granted, it did take some people a few years to get in, but there's so many other factors, I'm pretty sure, that factored into that. Don't believe the hype, y'all. It's no waiting list. Just go ahead, do your best, and apply, and see what happens. Don't believe the hype. Alright, moving on. The second nursing school myth that I heard is that it's too expensive. So, honestly, it can get really expensive. That's not a lie. However, depending on what you go for, whether you go into a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing or Associates in Science in Nursing. I mean, of course, a community college is cheaper than, a 4-year college. But with anything that you want or that you have to work towards, you may have to put money out for it. So nursing school can be expensive. I always recommend starting early with your FAFSA, applying for scholarships and grants. Yeah, I mean, nursing school, it can be expensive, but if you plan for it, it doesn't have to be expensive. So just use your resources that's out there. There's plenty of scholarships and things out there. Save your money. I mean, if you're working at a hospital or just any job in general, see if they have tuition reimbursement. There's options out there. However, nursing school can be expensive, but it doesn't have to be because you have options. So that's just my personal opinion. So the third thing that I heard a lot is that you cannot work and go and be in nursing school. And that is just a big fat lie. Lies is all lies. Like, honestly, once you get a certain age, it's like, what? Like, I don't know, you just get a certain age and you have to work. So most programs recommend you do not work while you're in the program. And if you're blessed enough where you don't have bills, then more power to you. But for the most part, for people who are working adults and have families, like, you have to work. You need health insurance, especially if you're 26 and you're no longer able to be, older than 26 and you're no longer able to be on your parents' insurance. You need a job. So as far as not being able to work in nursing school, that is a lie. You can definitely work in nursing school depending on your situation. It is going to take a lot of balance between school and work, but it can be done. I personally work part-time. I have picked up more hours during the summer, but I worked part-time and was able to balance work and school. I have a couple of my friends who work full-time and is in nursing school, and some have kids and husbands and families and wives, and they still make it work. I mean, in the end, you got to do what you got to do. Is it going to be a struggle? Of course. Is it going to be hard sometimes? Yes. But it can be done. I mean, you just got to make it happen, honestly. I mean, if you're blessed enough where you don't have to work, that's good for you. But for the most part, mainly a lot of people in my class, if not majority of the people in my class, work and do nursing school at the same time. So it's definitely possible. The fourth nursing school myth that I heard in regards to nursing school. So this one is hard. And every time I heard this, it's like, okay. And like, I hate when people think like nursing school is not going to be hard. Of course it's going to be hard. Anything that's new to you, if you're learning something new and if you're challenging yourself, it's going to be hard. But is it doable? Yes. Like when I first started my first semester in nursing school, it slapped the shit out of me, if I'm just going to be quite honest, because my study habits, how I studied, everything just was not working for nursing school. So that made it extra hard. However, once I redid my study habits, was able to find a good balance between school, work, and my personal life, I was able to pretty much succeed and get through the first semester, honestly. I mean, it is hard. This is one of the myths that I said is somewhat true. Some truth to it. However, it could be done. Like, it's going to be a challenge. It's something new. It's definitely hard. It's a lot of information in a short period of time. But is it hard? Yes. But can you get through it? Can you succeed? Can you make it work? Of course. So, I mean, this is one of those things, like, yes, nursing school is hard, but if I can do it, you can do it type thing. Like, we can get through it, you guys. It's not hard. It's difficult, yeah. It's challenging, yes, but it can be done. So, that's why I say this is a myth, because some people, I feel as though, get scared off from nursing school or med school or just anything because they think it's hard. I mean, anything in life that's new and challenging is going to be hard. It may be difficult. However, you can still do it. So I don't want that to discourage like nursing students or pre-nursing students to be like, oh, I don't know if I could do it, it's too hard. Because honestly, it's going to be hard. That's to be expected, but you can get it done, you guys. So the fifth one, you guys, that I heard before I even started nursing school is that you won't have a life. And that can be somewhat true, but it doesn't have to be that way. So when I first started my first semester in nursing school, at first I didn't have a life because I didn't know how to balance all of the information that was being thrown at me, trying to still, you know, hang out with friends and working. Like, at first I felt like I didn't have a life, and I did experience some nursing school burnout. I'll talk about that in another video on how to avoid it, but I did experience a little nursing school burnout because I just thought I just had to study, and then I would wait to the last minute and all of that bad stuff, all those bad habits. Y'all don't pick those up. Don't pick it up. But you can still have a life and succeed in nursing school. Like, towards the end of nursing school, like towards the middle and end, once I found my groove on how to study, how to properly take notes, how I personally retain the information, I was able to not put as much effort into studying because, one, I didn't wait to the last minute, and then two, I was able to still work and still go out some every now and then with my friends. Like, I didn't realize how important it was to still have a personal life until I experienced nursing school burnout. So that's why I say you have to find a balance between nursing school and your personal life. You cannot be all about nursing school because you will experience burnout, or you'll start to regret it or just become miserable. I experienced this, so honestly, you can have a life. As I stated, you just have to have a balance between all three, whether you're in work, school, your personal life, kids, family. You just have to find a happy balance. But it can be done. And it's important that you find that happy balance because nursing school burnout is real. Okay? It's real. You do not want to experience it. So, yeah. Alright guys, that is it. Now don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that like button. I'll be uploading some more videos in the near future, you guys. So tell me what you thought about this video, and see you in my next video, guys.